Hey everybody, how's it going today? Look, here's what we want to talk about today. I want to talk about, I'm pretty much a self-taught guitar player. I've been playing since I was 13. I learned most of what I've played and what I've learned, what I know from hanging around other musicians, watching other musicians. Took a couple lessons along the way. After I had been, a working musician for, 10 years, playing out every night, 5-6 nights a week, mostly playing cover songs, country, and pop songs of the day. And I learned what I learned from other musicians, watching other guitar players, asking questions along the way. So I heard about the chord system, a few years back, but didn't really know what it was. And really all it is, it's just an acronym for the shapes of the chords. C, most of y'all know this. There's a zillion YouTube channels out there that talk about the chord system that you can learn more about it. And I'm not here to teach you that. I'm just trying to give you some perspective as to how I figured out or how I learned what I know, which really is the chord system. So the chord system are chord shapes. C, A, G, D, and E. Those are just chord shapes and they're all movable. So all I knew was that there was a D chord here. I knew there was this D chord here. I knew there was a D chord here and here and here and here and here and on up. I knew all those. I knew they were there. So I didn't really think about it as a system. If that helps you, that's great. To me, it's confusing because they talk about, well, this is an E chord, but it's in the D shape, and this is a G chord, but it's in the D shape. And I'm like, please. So just keep it simple for me. So this is the way I learned. In those years, I learned there's also, for every lick you can play, there's an underlying chord. If you're trying to figure out what they're playing on the record or what they're playing on the radio or what these guitar licks are, always look to see what chord is it over. That's going to give you the clue. That's going to tell you where to look for it. And of course, you need to know your pentatonic scales. And you need to know your major scales. All over. That's going to help you to know where the notes are. If you know it's over a D, you know they're playing over a D because you heard it. They stopped and ended on that D there, so that pretty much gave you a clue. But where are the rest of the notes? Where are they? Are they within the scale? Are they outside of the scale? So that'll give you a clue. So today, we're just going to show you some stuff that we do in D and that revolves around these chord shapes. Now I've got my E string, my low E string, my number 6, tuned down from an E to a D. Because I like that big old D ring. It gives you some opportunities to do a few different licks in it. I like that sound, and I'm going to show you some other things here in a second that kind of open up at the upper end of the neck that we can do with that low ring in D. So D, this D shape here, you've got all of this. All that's around this D chord here, right at the scale. That really goes down to a C, that C sound. comes out of this D shape here. Okay, now where are we now? So we've moved up. Now we're in this D shape right here. And there's a lot you could play around that D shape there. Your pentatonics. And this D shape flows right into this D shape. And this D shape, I really like this because it has the third of the chord, which is 1, 3, 5. You know, you need to know your arpeggios, your triads. 1, there's a D, G, A, D. So this shape, there's your triad. Anytime you want to find a triad along this string, that's the shape there. That one happens to be in the key of E. But that shape there will always produce a major triad based on this note right here. In this case, it's a D. That will always be a D, a major triad. Want to make it minor? You know, we just lower the third. That blue sound, that dark sound, or the happy sound, major. So, and on the fourth string, it will always be this shape. Just like this G chord here, major triad. So if you want to play a 1, 4, 5, a D, G, A, and D in triads and spell out the notes, you could do it. There's a lot of places to do it, but here's a simple one. There's another G triad. It just happens to 3, 1, 3, 1, 5 on this one instead of 1, 3, 5. And you should learn those triads, and that's a good exercise to do. Exercise just by doing the 1, 4, 5 in different keys. That chord progressions in so many songs. It's even a nice lick that will fit over if you're playing in D and you want to just do a nice little fill in a song that might fit. All the way up. So open D, this D shape here with the third in the bottom. That's a really nice sound. You've got all of this. And then your pentatonic up. So there's a lot of music in just this shape right here. If you did nothing but spent the next, I don't know, couple of weeks just experimenting, playing with this D shape right here with your major pentatonics, now look, we walk right down into this open D shape. So work in this, learn to connect these shapes. The major seventh there. Just take the root and lower it 1/2 step. Beautiful sound. What's that? That's nothing but a 1-5-4-1. Here it is, cowboy chord, 1-5-4-1, right? How many country songs are 1-5-4-1, right? And it's almost like a ghost note. Vince Gill does that a lot, and it's a great sound. So does Brent Mason, and a lot of your great players that you love to hear. So what is that? So here in this D shape, it's the top of a 4 chord. So there's your D, there's your G, which is your 4, D1, G4, A5, D, your G chord here. It's just the top of that. It's the top of the triad. So here's the G shape. I'm sorry, this is a G in the D shape. I know it's confusing. I don't like the cage thing either. I just know that this is a G. That's all I need to know. It's a G. So that's a G, that's an A, 1 and 3. Remember I said that you could build a triad on this string, a major triad just from this shape. That will, and this note is G, so that will always be, as long as you own your guitar, that will always be a G triad in that shape. No matter where you start, it's not going to be a G triad no matter where you start. It's going to be a G triad if that note right there is G. So going back to our example, so it's a G, just the top, just the 3 and the 5. So that all comes from this G shape right there. What's that? It's 1-4-5 again. 1, there's a G, there's a D, there's a G, remember? There's our G triad. Up to A. Those A's, G, D. So that's why you want to learn, and practice your major scales so that you'll know what notes you can use. And I always relate it back to the shape. I played in shapes. That's the way I learned to play the guitar. That's the way that I learned where things are. And it made much more sense. Now, if the cage system makes sense to you, and you got a great brain, you can remember that, and you can relate to, okay, well, this is a G chord, but the D shape. Well, this is a C chord, but it's the E shape. See, that just kind of gets me all confused. Of course, I learned it a different way before it was called caged. There's many people that has become a great way for them to learn the chord shapes. And if that helps you learn the chord shapes, then I would highly suggest that you do that, because you want to learn these shapes. To play this guitar, it's basically you're learning shapes. You're learning the shape of a major scale. You learn the shape of a pentatonic scale. and so on and so forth. Minor scales, diminished, all that stuff. It's all shapes, right? And so today we're talking about the D shape. Let me get back to what I was talking about. The D shape. Open D, 5th fret D, this D. Now let me show you what you can do. You know, I've got this D string tuned down, so let me show what you can do now with that, which is a lot of fun and it really sounds great. So, open, open, open. So far, we've got the top 3 strings open. Oops. That sound good? There's the D chord. Now, we're going to take our first finger and we're going to put it on the 3rd string at the 5th fret. 7th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Isn't that great? Now we got a D chord. Now if you add the next string, it's D chord. You can add this one too, and you got this big old D chord. But let's just stay here for a second. Remember this D shape here had all of this in it? All of that. You can play that over that open D. Isn't that cool? Watch this. Wow, isn't that neat? And all you did was just slide your finger down 2 frets. So what is that? Well, it really has, the way this is played right now, has the sound of a C chord. This is the top 2. This is a C. This is a 1 and the 3 of the C chord. But it has this D. So it's like a C chord over a D. Isn't that good sound? Same lick. Remember? We played that. We got all this over that D. This D shape right here. With the 3rd and bass, D shape, same chord. We just got this note as our bottom. We'll put that D in the bottom. Doesn't that sound great? Isn't that neat? Isn't that a great sound? Slopping through it there for a second. No extra charge for that. So this is your D shape here and your D shape here. There's one more. There's up here. There's a D shape there. Now if you can remember, well that's a D and that's the E shape, but it's a D. Well, okay, that's great and wonderful, and I appreciate that, and that's good. If that's the way that you can learn it and you relate to that, that's awesome. I just know that's a D there, and all the notes around it, and your major pentatonics and your major scale. See how we're connecting those shapes? Here's your D here. Our D shape here. Now we're in this D shape right there. Well, it actually should be here. I got a D tune to a D. So I got to compensate for that. Don't let that confuse you. blues lick. So now we're in D here. We've got all of this in the pentatonic. Now we've connected it to this shape. Remember this? Those sliding, what I call sliding sixes all the way up. If you in a double stop, if you've not seen our video on double stop, you can go to our Patreon page, and it's there. Our teaching course we did on double stops a while back. So that might be something you'd be interested in. Great. So there you go. There's our shapes in D with our open D, our lick here that we did with this D chord here. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed that. Practice that, play with that, make that your own. If you like what we're bringing to you, you can go to our Patreon page, and we have lots of our videos there, and our course that we're building. And we have the first one, which is the first toolkit on double stops, and all that is there, backing tracks and everything else. So check that out. It's a great way to help us out. You help us out just by subscribing to the channel. We really appreciate that. And you can even, if you want to even support us more, you can go there, and we've got some great tools for you. So anyway, everybody have a great day. If you're like me, if you're a self-taught guitar player, get out there among other people. There's a lot of stuff online. Just make sure that it's at your level that you're at, and that you can relate to it. We'll help you come back here. We appreciate you visiting us. So stop in and be sure and like and subscribe. And we do appreciate your time. Thanks for coming in and checking it out. And let's go play some cool open D stuff. Thanks.